thing is approach anxiety. How do you get over approach anxiety? Because you can't
I
really
think
do
I think
much.
these I think these are great topics. I mean, we look at what is approach anxiety? How do you get over it? And then the beginning, middle, end, because that's the second question we get a lot of. Is I can talk to girls, but every time I don't know what to say. That's the two biggest questions guys have: is how do I approach, and how do I talk to girls? Some guys don't really care about approaching. They meet women, social circle, online
Hmm.
dating, but they still don't know how to talk. So let's dive into that a little bit. Go for it. Go ahead and talk a little bit more about the approach anxiety
The approach anxiety.
and
Okay.
what. Yeah, because that's the first thing. I mean, if you can't, I mean, honestly, you can meet women without approaching. I know
Hmm.
lots of guys that do it, but the truth is there's no better way to work on your self-esteem and confidence, I think, than to work on your approach anxiety. Whether you ever fully get over it or not, the more comfortable you get, the more you're going to build your self-esteem and confidence. I don't know if you agree with that,
Oh,
but I
absolutely.
think, yeah. So please,
Be-
please talk about that a bit.
yeah, because once you know that you can walk up to any woman, and yeah, you're not going to get every woman you talk to, but knowing that you have that ability to walk up to any girl you're attracted to and, potentially have a great interaction, that definitely builds a lot of confidence. So how do you get there? Well, there's a few things that you can do. I mean, in any challenge or sticking point or even goal that you have in life, there's an inner game aspect and an outer game aspect, right? The inner game being the thoughts and feelings, outer game being the actual actions that you take to get the results. So, as far as inner game, right, the feeling that you're going to experience is usually, right, there's going to be a feeling. It's anxiety, it's, maybe a turning sensation in your body when you see that beautiful woman that you want to go approach. And it's that feeling a lot of times that stops the guys from going to talk to her. And it's just instant, that feeling comes out of left field, even though logically they want to talk to her, but they can't. So one thing to do is to just, instead of trying to fight that feeling, which is kind of, what everybody does initially, it's an unpleasant feeling, try to get rid of it and think about other things and just, kind of beat yourself up that you always feel this way. But instead, just understand that it's normal. It is natural to have approach anxiety, I think, and to just allow yourself to just sit in it and experience it. Just sit there for a second and just say, okay, I feel that anxiety, and even describe it to yourself. Okay, it's in my stomach. It's like this churning sensation, this butterfly feeling, and just almost like breathe into it and just like put all your awareness into that anxiety, right? This is where meditation and feeling your body can really help. And I know you talk about those things, but just allowing yourself to feel that anxiety. And then you realize it's kind of like no big deal. It's just like another sensation that is going to be gone soon. Whether you approach the woman or not, that feeling is going to go away very quickly.
So
Um,
let me ask you a question. This is I've heard people say different things, and it's about approach anxiety. Do you find that the approach anxiety eventually goes away, or do you find that you just develop such a good relationship to it that you actually find it enjoyable? Like, you see the two different dynamics there?
yeah, oh yeah. I don't know if it ever goes away completely for every situation. Like for me personally, I really feel like anxiety when I approach a woman on, walking down the street or in almost any daytime situation because I've done it so many times.
Say that
But
again.
if I'm
Say that part again about you feel what, because it broke up a little bit.
okay, I really don't feel anything in like a daytime situation where the girl's walking down the street or any situation that I've done so many times. But let's say she's with a guy, which I've done plenty of times, but it's not as common. I haven't put myself in that situation hundreds of times. That would probably give me a little, it does sometimes give me a little anxiety, or, approaching a big group at a club or something like that, that I don't do as much anymore. I might have some, a little adrenaline rush. So the point is, I mean, I think you can get to the point if you do it so often and it's just, every time you're walking down the street, you see a beautiful woman. It becomes who you are. You're just a guy that talks to girls, that feeling can pretty much go away. But it may not go away in every situation. And that's why it's so important to just remember that when you feel that feeling, to embrace it. Like, it's an unpleasant feeling, but you can learn to almost enjoy that feeling. Just like, some people, like, I was just talking to somebody who did the Wim Hof method, where he's like, in an ice bath. That's super unpleasant. But if you put yourself in that ice bath over and over again, eventually it becomes not that bad and potentially even enjoyable. Just like approaching women can become enjoyable. So you got to like sit in that feeling and allow yourself to just like enjoy it. So that's part of it.